What's up, everybody? Welcome, Crow family, to CrowCast episode 59. What a packed show we got for you tonight. Absolutely incredible. An amazing guest, Ronnie Exford. Absolutely amazing.
Mr. Josh Todd. Buckcherry. There wasn't a club I've been to for the last 20 years that hasn't played like one of their tracks. Do you know what I mean? You always hear a hit basically going off in a rock room or even commercial places where I've gone. So yeah, it's incredible to have him on. He's here to chat about the brand new album. Myself and you've had a little listen, so we're a bit excited to get into that. Also, we're home, mate. We're home. We're back. We're back in Wales. Oh, what
After
a week, isn't it?
Yeah, a week away with the boys. Fun and games. Lots of music. Lots of drinking. Brilliant. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it, man. It was brilliant.
I was fab, mate. I mean, you know, we've the thing is, every week we're on here, we're kind of documenting what we do, and you know, there's certain things we don't want to kind of go down because we don't want to, you know, we want to pick everybody up. It's Tuesday night, like, you know, and bring on a guest and obviously promote something if they got something out. But it has been really, it's been hard because obviously this is the longest we haven't been together, as in like going out and writing, and we were very fortunate, as we've said many times, in 2020 to do what we did and still manage to kind of create waves, create the CrowCast, get to Germany, the list goes on. And then this year it was just a bit like, oh, fucking hell, this is what it's like to sit in your hands a bit, like, do you know what I mean? So, man, you know, I loved being away with you and the boys. We did have a few beers, just some great cracks, wasn't it? It was really just great to be together again. It was that band camaraderie, like, you know, it was that why you're in a band, like, you know, because it's been a bit bizarre speaking like this, the same as most of the world, I suppose, where you kind of speak into a square on a computer screen. So it was nice to be in a studio environment and jam, and we were out in the middle of nowhere. It was very peaceful. So if you wanted to make noise till late, you could. Or if you wanted to open up a bottle of red wine.
It was like Christmas when you lost all sense of time. I don't know what day it was. We skipped meals, and then you really, you know, you look at your phone again, you're like, oh my God, it's like 8 o'clock at night. And then, you know, you're having a bit of food, more drink, more jamming. Brilliant. Absolutely loved it. 24 hours. Brilliant.
Yeah, I think me and Lloyd said at one point, we were like, is it wrong to eat at this time of night? Because it was ridiculous time and I wouldn't encourage it. But we'd realized that we hadn't eaten like since 1 o'clock, and it was like 1 a.m. So we hadn't eaten for like 12 hours because we were just jamming and having such a great time. And then like some of the days where it's like 3-4 in the afternoon, it's like, Izzy Jane? Yeah. It's like, should we have a beer and have a jam? Well, we can, can't we? You know, we're getting the work done. We can have a beer, maybe two. So yeah, man, it was epic times, and everyone will start to hear and see more over the coming months. As we know, you will know, as we can talk about it, you will definitely know about it, like, you know. So more news when we got home, mate. It was absolutely smashing to get home. And have some fantastic news that we were nominated for 3 awards, Shane.
Check that out. The Rocks, the awards of Planet Rock give out Best British Band, Best British Album, Best British Single. We're absolutely over and moon with the nominations. Point of No Return, the album, and Sick of Me, the Best British Single. Incredible, bud. Over the moon with that.
Yeah, man, and you know, we'll mention it again. I mean, for anybody who hasn't voted yet, there you go. There's the link down below. You know, please head on over. There's some incredible artists in there, and just amazing to, you know, just be nominated. We were very proud of that. It was just a really nice welcome home, and here's some great news, like, you know. So and great for the guys of Planet Rock as well, because I do like the Rocks, like, you know. So it's kind of exciting times, exciting for some of the bands in the category as well. So yeah, if you haven't voted, like I said, definitely give us all 3.
Yeah, no, but it's great, because it feels like a lifetime ago, that album now. You know what I mean? So much has happened. Well, so little has happened, but I mean, so much time has passed. So it just felt like, you know, Planet Rock still remembers Point of No Return, and you know, the Ultimate Edition and stuff, and the new track Sick of Me. So it's great, man. If anybody can vote, if you haven't voted, give us a little vote.
Yeah, exactly, and it's exactly how you said there. It's the ultimate edition. We did put new tracks on it, or new versions of tracks with the acoustic, and then obviously Sick of Me as well. So there's something for everyone there, really. And yet again, massive thanks to everybody at Planet Rocks. It's great to hear that they're still playing us daily. Still get messages. I think I said to you the other week, which is a cool story. I had a little bit of work done in the house. I was walking up the street and I could hear our band being played, and they had a radio on my scaffolding, and it was Planet Rocks, and I just didn't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? It was like, it was just a really.
Yeah,
there was an element of I was like, oh my god, that's wicked, that is. But yeah, they were completely oblivious that it was our band and stuff. And then I think when I opened the door one day, they seen like the Point of No Return vinyl on the wall and stuff, and it was like, oh, is it? So yeah, man. But it's great. It's nice to be in a bubble of good news and happiness and good vibes, and no complaints at the moment, which is really, really cool. Sorry to anybody who listens to the podcast. It is a bit late at the moment, but we did just get back from the studio, so I'll probably do like a midweek bonus episode, which I'll do like an edit of Truck of Diablo, Empire, and Anchor Lane, because that was a great episode. I had loads of good feedback, some amazing stories, some stories that surprised a lot of people as well. That'll be featured as well as a Brucey bonus. And then shall we hit them with the other news before Josh comes on? What we are releasing right now.
Go on in. Show everybody.
Shall I?
What
we've been creating in the background. Yeah?
Go for it.
Oh!
Dun, dun, dun. Those damn crows, we have now got a hot sauce.
Yes.
It is absolutely banging. Let me tell you what it's like. It's sweet and it's tangy with an underlying flavor of soy, ginger, and our Senda Nipa beer. Then finish that off with a gentle kick from Carolina Reaper chilies, the current Guinness World Record holder for heat. This sauce is great used as a marinade, glaze, or dipping sauce. It works particularly well in a breakfast butty as well. It's vegan and vegetarian friendly, contains soy and wheat, and it's absolutely beautiful.
That is correct, Mr. Greenall. This is something that we do endorse. We're part of the process yet again for everybody want to know. My bottle look much smaller than yours then.
Well, say no more.
Yes, this is currently our second proper bottle of it, because we have had the goods for a little while, and we've been using it on everything from fajitas to lasagna to beans on toast to breakfast butties. We had a load in the studio as well, so we were all eating it. Yeah, you can imagine the aftermath of that, but it's great, isn't it, man? Like I said,
it really is, man. And then we all like the pepper. It's 2 out of 4. That's how hot it is, but it's absolutely delicious. Love it. So that's available right now on our web store.
Yes. And as we said, you can use it with cooking, you can use it on anything. And what makes this exciting as well, because everybody likes a bit of a backstory, is we've been part of making it, the taste testing of it as well. So it's not just something that we've slung our name to and that's it. It's that's it. It is something that we've developed with Chili of the Valley. So they've done an outstanding job. The texture's perfect now, because we were on about that. It had to be like the right texture of how you have it. And it's got the right sweet, and it's mixed with Senda Nipa beer as well. So what more can you want,
That's it. It's on our web store now, and if you buy that by itself, you've got to pay P&P. But if you buy it with an item, any other item in the store, you get free P&P on the chili sauce.
What? So yeah. If I go on there now, buy the sauce on its own, I pay postage and packaging, yeah?
Yes.
But if I go on there, buy something else,
yes,
it's free. Free shipping.
Yes.
Smack in. Love it. Just making sure, because we'll have about 20 messages after asking, are you sure there's free shipping? Or, I've just bought a bottle, why haven't I got free shipping? And so if you buy any item in the merch store, free shipping, yeah?
Free shipping. Free shipping on the sauce, yeah.
Love that. And coming up, just before we have our guest, coming up later, we are going to be joining with the boys, see what they... we haven't seen them since we've come home. We've only been home a couple of days. So just to see how they were vibing from the studio. And we'll still have like Dave's Did You Know? What's the Next Line? We got an amazing prize for What's the Next Line tonight. So stick with us with that because it's something very, very different. And the usual shenanigans, you know? So, but saying all of that, mate, is it time for a guest?
Can't wait for this. Crow family, please welcome the incredible frontman of Buckcherry, Mr. Josh Todd.
What's up? Yours truly. How's it going, guys?
What's up, bro?
I'm good. You're gonna hear my dog barking a little bit, but he'll quiet down.
I'm assuming that's a tiny little dog by the bar.
Got a little puppy, and he's quite a handful, you know. But I just put him in his kennel, so he's not happy.
We do that with our bass player.
Yeah. Just lock him away. It's a good idea.
He's got a bigger bark than that, though. So how are you, dude? How are you keeping out there in California?
Yeah, I'm in California. We got a new record, Hellbound, dropping June 25th, and we start touring here in the States. First show June 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
Yeah, we got 105 shows booked in the States and till the end of the year, and then hopefully we'll get your way.
Yeah, for sure. So when did all that kind of change, Josh? What's the difference in the States at the moment? Because I think we as a band get out in July. Fingers crossed, everything all right. We get out in July.
Right.
So have you known for a while about that, or when did it kind of change and everybody kind of went, right, the gigs are on?
Yeah, you know, like the vaccine is doing really well in the United States, so that kind of opened everything up, and then you know it gets warmer, so we can do outdoor shows. So it makes it even with social distancing or whatever in some states, you know, we have shows. No, sorry guys, no.
All right, man.
Yeah. So all that being said, you know, the fact that it's going to be warm. And the vaccine is really done well over here. I don't know. I think you guys are like second to us, and like you guys are having a pretty good vaccine rollout over there, right, in the United Kingdom. Yeah, and I just wish the whole world could have the same, you know, situation. You know, I just pray that places like Europe, other parts of Europe and India, of course, and South America, they all can get the vaccine going over there too.
So, have you been rehearsing with the boys?
What's that?
Have you been rehearsing with the boys?
Yeah. Hold on. Get over here. Let me just take him out and put him on my lap, and he might calm down. His name's Lion. This is little Lion.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's a cutie, but he's in that point where he needs constant attention because he's just a puppy. So yeah, where was I at? Yeah, so the vaccine has been good for us performers as far as in the United States. Everybody's starting to get back to it. I was seeing on Instagram that some I follow a lot of stand-up comedians, and they're all starting to book shows as well. And so, in Dallas, Texas, they just did a big, I don't know if you guys follow boxing, but Canelo Alvarez fought, and there was 17,000 people there. So, and I was looking in the audience, and there didn't seem like to be a lot of people with masks on, so I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, so we've done a handful of shows this year. We did some shows in Florida and another show in South Dakota, and it was a lot of fun. So we got a great new record, and we're all vaccinated and ready to go.
Oh, so you guys have actually played some shows already, have you? With an audience? Oh man, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, how did that feel, that first one back? Was because we can't wait for that. We can't wait for that energy, like.
Okay, that wasn't me. Can you see me?
Yep.
Yes.
Got you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Well, what was the question again? I'm sorry, you guys cut out for a sec.
How did that feel? That energy, that first show back, man. That must have been something special.
Yeah, we did like 10 shows even in 2020, you know, so we did play. It was awesome. It was like getting back on a bike, you know. We just we've done so many shows that you know, we're always grateful. You know, we're always grateful to be doing this, you know, for a living. We know how fortunate we are. And so I don't think we ever were ungrateful, but like being on stage again was like, yeah, this is why we sacrifice, you know.
Yeah.
This is where it's at, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I wanted to ask you, Josh, is there any sort of pre-gig sort of routines that you do about as a vocalist, or anything you do like it before every show? Or is it just literally pick up that microphone and rock the fuck out?
No. There's a lot that I do, especially, you know, I just turned 50. So you actually have to work harder the older you get on your voice, you know, especially singing Buckcherry. You know, it's very vocally demanding. You know, and my range has like really grown over the years, which is great, but you know, it's like right now I'm doing this thing where I'm doing like a light warm up, like 15 minutes of scales, then I'm waiting like 30 minutes, then I do 40 minutes of scales, then I sing. And it seems to be a lot better for me. And I only kind of stumbled into that on, you know, accident at home where I had to, you know, I was doing more vocal scales than I had to. And then I started singing and I was like, oh, this is good. So, you know, I mean, you constantly are searching for ways to make your life easier on stage, you know, as a singer, you know, because especially with this stuff, you know, when you write songs in your 20s and you've got, you know, all this piss and vinegar and these pipes that are like bulletproof, and then you have to sing those same songs, you know, 18 years later. It's you know, you gotta dig deep. You have to do different things to get to the same level, you know. And for me, it's like not singing less, it's singing more. You know, I literally do a headline Buckcherry set every other day since I've been home in quarantine. So for a year and a half, I've been
Wow.
doing a headline Buckcherry set every other day, or at least singing an hour and a half a day on a microphone here in this room. There's my little rig right there. And uh, you know, sometimes if I'm just getting you know, tired of singing Buckcherry songs, I have this app called it's like some kind of karaoke app, right? I don't know what it is, but Smule, I think that's the
Oh,
name of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But anyways, I'll just be like, you know what? I just want to sing like Beatles and Stevie Wonder and, you know, stuff like that. And I'll just choose songs and I'll just play songs from that, you know, and sing and rehearse that way. One second.
Yeah, man.
That's
definitely,
that's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely an insight, isn't it, man? That's brilliant. That is like, it's handier now as well, especially with home studios and stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
key to it, like how to keep yourself
Really
active.
sorry, guys.
That's
I
cool.
thought this was going to be at 2:10 and I had everybody watching the dog for me. And then my manager calls and he's like, hey, you ready for your phoner in 10 minutes? And I go, I thought it was 2:10. And he said, no, it's now. And I'm like, oh, so I have the dog and my kids are going to be back from school and they're going to get the dog. But so I really apologize. I had worked this out, so this wasn't going to be a problem.
That's all right, bro. What is the time out there at the moment?
It's 1:10 in the afternoon.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
Because that's what we were talking afterwards. Me and Shane were trying to work the time out where you were. Because obviously, like the Uric and our management and stuff have hooked it up, so we didn't really know what the time was, like, you know. So
Right.
when you said 2:10, yeah, we were like, yeah, because we were like fucking.
Yeah, that's what because I confirmed it with you guys, and you guys are like, yeah, and I'm like, I'm certain it was 2:10, but I got on just to see if maybe you guys were here, and you wound up being on, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna deal with this dog.
Thanks, man. Hey, but listen, let's talk about this new album, dude, because we've been lucky enough to listen to it. What a fucking banger, bro! It's amazing.
Yes,
It's It's such a great album. I really appreciate that. Hold on, guys. You're just gonna have to deal with him barking because I can't do this anymore. Yeah, 1 second. I'm just gonna put him in another room.
No worries, dude. Those damn dogs.
A gorgeous dog as well.
Oh,
Lion,
yeah,
his name
beautiful.
was, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? He's such a lover too. He just wants to chill most of the time, except right now. Of course.
But literally,
yes.
From the word go about. I mean, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What a brilliant song to start the record, and it's just all chaos from then on. Like, it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, my favorite part of that song is the bridge. I think there's so much tension going on. Like we were done with recording this record in October of 2020, so we've been sitting on it for a long time, and we wrote all these songs last year. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was part of. Stevie and I wrote 22 songs of demos before we took 1 week after all that, and then we flew to Nashville and we wrote 6 songs in 5 days with Marty Fredrickson. And all 6 of those songs made the record, but we had 22 songs up to that point, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was one of them. And I just remember there was, and I don't know what it was like in the United Kingdom, but like in the United States, it was just the tension with COVID and the election and racism and the rioting. It was crazy. You could cut the air with a knife. It was no fun. And in order not to, we could feel the negative energy, but we didn't want to get involved in that. Like, to focus on this record was the best thing for us. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was definitely kind of the outcome of some of that tension, for sure.
It's absolutely killer. What a great opening track for a new album.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks.
Incredible. But I gotta say as well, dude, like the way piano, you play piano, right? Is that you?
I play piano. I play piano enough to write, and then Stevie plays a little piano as well. And I had written the verse, chorus, just the melody. I wrote it all, and then I came into Stevie. And sometimes songs happen like that, like Rain on the Conflict, Josh Todd and the Conflict record was like that too. I just did the whole thing a cappella, came in and said, Stevie, this is how I want it to go. And then we just are so good with our songwriting language that I kind of paint the picture verbally, what I want. And then I leave and I come back and he's hit it out of the park, and that was definitely what was going on. It's like, he and I were both going through a lot. I was going through a lot in my personal life. He was going through a lot in his personal life. His father had passed away, and it was like a perfect time to write a slow song, So I came in and I sang the song to him, and I was like, I'd really like a song with piano on the record. It would really be great. And he's like, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. And I go, great, do it. And then he's like, I want to make it our St. Jude. And I was like, let's do it, and I came back and he put like a bridge and like this outro bit. And he's like, it's gonna start here and it's gonna end in this like epic saga. And I was like, this is amazing. And then I felt like all this pressure after that, like I gotta hit this out of the park now, because he's given me this composition that is above and beyond what I started with, so just a really great song. I'm glad you guys like it, and it's so amazing live. We've done it like a handful of times now, and it's incredible what it brings to the set.
It's got like a real movie soundtrack, and I can hear it at festivals as well. Like, I don't know if you've played any with it so far.
No, we haven't. That would be
it's got that
amazing
festival vibe to it. Like, do you know what I mean? I think when everybody kind of gets the hook,
absolutely,
and the top line of it, like, that was the first thing I thought. I mean, I played it twice on the Ed, like, I was like, oh wow, I can definitely hear this in a festival, like, where it just grips you, even if you don't know the band, or if you're unfamiliar with the band, you're walking past and you can kind of become part of that cult or that moment. So really powerful song, bro. Really, really wicked, like, honestly. Oh,
You guys cut out for a sec. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I just said it's a really powerful song, and it's definitely going to create some really special moments for you, like, you know?
I don't know what's going on. My internet is fine.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, we'll get him back on now. We'll get him back on. We are live from the States. Like I said, it's little bit of a communication error with the timings. So fair play to Josh. Like I said, he's trying to kind of work around his family life. There he is. There you go. Yeah, man. I was
sorry,
just saying,
guys. I don't know what's going on, but
it's all right, dude. Yeah, I was just saying. Yes, definitely a powerful song, and it's going to create some special moments.
yeah, absolutely. I can't wait till we can have some really big production on the song, and thank you. Yeah, it's funny. We did that song a handful of times, like I said, and already people had learned the lyrics and come to another show and were singing the song, and I'm like, this isn't even out. This is crazy, I mean, and that's what's so nuts about, where we're at, now and nowadays with technology. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. And for me, like as a vocalist, I listen to you, and obviously you got the Buckcherry sort of the LA punk angst on stage, and you're giving it some. The energy's always up here, but man, can you fucking sing too, bro? That vulnerableness comes through the vocal. Even like back in the days, like songs like "Sorry" and stuff. Your vocal on those verses are fucking incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on the new album, bro. I mean, I bet you can't wait to play the UK. The fans love you in the UK.
We love going to the UK. Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. Of course, that's like, we actually like going out overseas, more than the States, because we know what we're going to get here as far as the audience. When you go that far from home, it's like, and people are welcoming you and singing your songs. And the thing I love about the UK is they get way more into just singles. I mean, in the States it's really single orientated, but in the UK they always request really crazy like record songs that we never really play live. So I mean, that's a lot of fun too.
Do you have any sort of special memories, any venues in particular from the UK that you any stories?
Oh my God. Venues, I can't like rip venues off, but I mean, so many times in London, I think we did, last time we played like a big show in London was with Steel Panther. That was a lot of fun. We played with, the most memorable was Kiss, of course, on our first record. We never played over there. And the first time we play there is opening up for Kiss, so it was, pretty incredible for these young guys from, California to be all that way, and to we still get fans from those shows, from those Kiss shows, that come to Buckcherry shows to this day when we're over there. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. There's not a club in the UK, like Ronnie was saying at the start of the show, and there's a great little club in Bridgend where we're from. You walk in there, dude, Buckcherry songs, fucking hell, they love Buckcherry. You walk in as crazy bitch. It's honestly, dude,
all the time, dude,
all the time,
like literally.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. I mean, for any musician, any band, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear a track constantly played. But I was saying it before you came on, man. There's like, in my lifetime, there's not a club I've walked into that hasn't played a track from you guys, that's a real credit to your work. Like, that's exactly, that's what you want. Like, so
that is what we want. That's what we work hard for. And that's what we dreamed about, and we're super grateful. We know how hard it is to get a hit, like that's one thing I always wonder about, like when bands don't want to play their hits or they don't want to talk about their hits. It's like, that's the only reason why some people are talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know, for me, like getting a hit is so hard to do. Like, you should just be like super pumped. I'm always very happy to play Crazy Bitch live. it's so much fun, because it came from nothing, we built that from nothing, so like to see it come full circle and become what it's become is like, I always really enjoy it,
I was going to ask you, dude, like, did you know after recorded the song, did you know it was going to be as fucking massive as it was?
No, it was just kind of an afterthought. We just thought it would be like a good, like, core Buckcherry audience crowd tune because of the lyrical content. It would never get on radio. We didn't think anything of it, and in fact, it sat around for a long time before it got on a record, so I'm glad I stuck to my guns, because there was a big producer who I will just not say the name, who listened to that song as a demo way before it was on a record and said, it's a good song, but you're going to have to change the lyrics. It'll never get on the radio. And I was like, what? That's the only part of the song. That's why the song is fun,
Yeah.
like, I'm not changing the lyrics. And so almost never went back to it because of that, and then, it just, and we weren't going to be putting it out as a single when we had released 15. We were going with Next to You as a single. And then at that point in time, MySpace was still going on, MySpace, remember MySpace?
Yeah, man.
And it had like, I don't know, like 1 million listens, right? Or something. We had it up on there, and we all were, of course it got everybody's attention. Holy shit, look what Crazy Bitch is doing. And then radio DJs in the States were editing it and putting up clean versions of it on the radio. And we're like, fuck Next to You. We got to jump on this. This is going,
Wow.
and then it just became like this phenomenon,
Well, just on Spotify alone, I think it's up to like 79 million streams. Just that song.
Yeah. I just don't get it. I don't understand it, but I'm super grateful. But it's got legs like you wouldn't believe. It's crazy.
Yeah, and especially like if you look at the eras and stuff like that, because I remember when it blew up, and then you've got the whole pop punk scene happening. You've got, you know what I mean. So there's all of that vibe. But even today, there's still the youngsters are still picking up on that track, which is it's incredible. Because I've been at a club and obviously, we're older now, and I'm seeing the youngsters coming through. Yeah, the political older,
right.
But we're seeing the new era of youngsters, new skate kids coming through, new rockers who listen to like Machine Gun Kelly, etc. And they're still asking for Crazy Bitch. You know what I mean? That's fucking awesome. That's like wow. And I've been in Europe. I was saying to Shane in clubs in Europe and. You just hear it everywhere, so that's always like wow. That's what you want from any band, like
Yeah, and it's on jukeboxes here, and I can't tell you how many times just out of the blue, one of my friends will just be like, "Dude, I'm at the strip club. Listen, If I had $1 every time somebody did that to me, I'd have a lot of money."
But back to Hellbound, dude. I mean, obviously, brand new record. Honestly, bud, it's Buckcherry through and through.
Amazing.
It's what you do fucking best. But is there any differences? Like, what's this, like your 9th studio album? Is that right?
Yep, 9.
Any differences in this? Was it easy? Was it fucking hard to sort of pick and choose what songs? What was the process like?
I mean, yeah, it's it's like building a house every time you make a record, and there's always challenges along the way, but if you're passionate about what you do, it becomes just a labor of love, and that's definitely what it was. And I've known Stevie since I was 19, and we're just good friends outside of being musicians in a band together, so and we fight like brothers sometimes, so but he understands, he offsets me really well. So, writing this record together was so much fun. And, we definitely had our challenges. Like I said, like you always come up, sometimes songs, write themselves really easy. And then sometimes they're, hard to get over the finish line. And there's parts of them that you really love, but it's just not coming together, and you got to work harder on them, and, that's why you write a whole lot more than just 10 songs, you know, for a 10-song record, because, you know, there's a lot that are just not up to speed with uh, the stuff that the cream that rises to the top, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Have you got a favorite song on the album yet?
Definitely Hellbound is my favorite song. I just that the vocal that you hear on that song is the one I just ripped out when we were demoing the songs, when we were writing with Marty. And
He's gone.
I used the same mic on the demos that I used on the rest of the record. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember coming back to do the record, and I had already sang Hellbound, and I'm like, Marty, this vocal is so good. I don't think I can sing it any better, you know, like, and he goes, no, we're not recutting it. It's so good. And I'm like, great. And so we didn't do that song. And there was like, so yeah, when I came in to record for the record, I'd already had like 6 songs pretty much done vocally. So I literally took about 9 days and finished the rest of the songs and touch ups and harmonies and doubles, and I left.
Wow. Quick as that. I do love that, because that's happened to me a couple of times where we've gone in to write an album and the vocal that goes down is the one I did in my home studio, because you just capture something in that moment, didn't it? You know?
Yeah, sometimes you're just, you know, you're just in the zone, and it's just sitting in a good place in your voice, and it just sounds good with the mic you're using or whatever. You never know, whatever it's gonna be. But like, I always gauge like who's listened to the song in our camp. You know, when they're having a feeling with the song, I don't want to lose that, because if they're having it, then every person on the walking the street is gonna have it if they like, you know, rock music, and then, you know, why fuck with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bit geeky now because I'm being a singer. But do you tend to use a one sort of microphone, or do you kind of try a few before you pick one?
You know, I don't know a lot about. I just use an SM58 Shure microphone on stage live, because it's bulletproof, and I'm pretty reckless sometimes, you know. So it's a good microphone for me. But you got to eat it. You can't you can't even get off it a little bit, or you'll lose, you know, your voice. So that's what I use live. But as far as like studio, I can't remember what Marty used. You'll have to ask Marty. I don't know. I don't know the model number of what it is, but he likes using it. He uses, all his vocalists use it. So it must be something great that he can, you know, manipulate with the EQ and everything. And, you know, I don't know, but I love the vocal sound.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love, you know, one thing about this record is, you know, Marty and I were really clear. I go, I really want to be comfortable singing this stuff. I don't want to be like pushing it at the top of my range in sections. And then, you know, because everybody tunes your voice a little bit, there's tuning involved, and on every record. And it's like, I don't want to just, you know, get close to it and then you guys tune it after the fact. I want to just be in my comfort zone. So we really focused on that, and we changed keys of songs. Like Gun, for instance, was in a higher key on the demo. And I came in there and I was like, it's not comfortable for me. Like if I had to sing this song from beginning to end every night, I'd just be exhausted. You know, it's like I can sing a section that high, but I don't want to sing the whole song throttling like that, you know? So we pitched it down, I think a whole step or a half step. And then I sang it, and it was like, oh, that's fantastic. It's now it's comfortable, and I can perform while I'm singing it, and it feels great. And so we kind of went through every song like that and made sure that it was in my wheelhouse, you know?
Slamming. Love that.
Yeah, I think what I picked up from the record is like it's still got that rock and roll, like Shane said, it's got a punk rock vibe to it. But there was moments of like AC/DC and stuff for me. Like it was, I know that's a weird thing to sling at you, but it just had that kind of vibe, like, you know what I mean? Especially like Power Rage, that fucking record, you know, that's one of my favorite records. But it just had moments there with the guitars. I don't know if you were all aware of that, or it was part of the kind of, you know, let's get that vibe going. But it's still got that Buckcherry essence to it, but then it's got, tip-offs to other stuff, which I'm like, oh, that's incredible, like, you know, but still in your own vibe, like, you know, in your own pocket.
Of course, man, we're huge AC/DC fans. So that's like a, you know, I actually said when we were, Hellbound was like one of the last songs we wrote. And I was in there, we were recording, we did Wasting No More Time and No More Lies. And I came in and I'm like, where's my fucking AC/DC track? And they didn't have it. And I came in again, and they had another like Tom Petty-ish sounding song. And I'm like, we got enough fucking slow to mid-tempo songs. Where's my AC/DC song?
Love that. Yeah.
I love that.
Frozen.
Yeah, sorry. Can you
right.
see me now?
Yeah.
That's when they came up with the music for Hellbound. And I remember I had that music and I started thinking about the song. What do I want this song to be about, you know? And Marty had this throwaway thing. He's like, you should just fucking name it like Hellbound or something. And I'm like, Hellbound? I'm like, at first I was like, that's so fucking lame. And then I left and I'm like, Hellbound. I love Hellbound, you know? And so I just had that working title in my head. And then I started thinking about, okay, when did it shift? When did I sell my soul to rock and roll? And I went back to the first show I did, house party in Orange County, California, 15 years old, right?
Wow.
First song, Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin. That's the first song I sang live. And I go back to that moment and it was like, the place was packed, right? Everybody was fucking shit-faced. And we come on, we set up in a living room of a house and it was nuts. It was nuts, right? It was like Animal House in there once we started. And and after that, I was like, you know, I got such a dopamine hit from that show. I was like, that's it. I'm never looking back. This is it. And that's what the song Hellbound is about.
That's amazing.
Amazing, bro.
Amazing.
So at 15, that's your first show. But when did you know you could you wanted to be on stage? And when did you know you wanted to fucking be the front man? And when you had a voice?
I didn't, you know, I always had a knack for writing. I did a lot of creative writing. I wrote poetry. I did all kinds of writing.
Yeah.
And then I was really into surfing at that time. I wanted to be a professional surfer. So I was surfing all the time. And I started surfing with this guy who was a drummer. And he went to my school. And I went to different schools because I got in a lot of trouble. But I finally wound up at this one school for like 3 years of my high school. And I met this kid named Chris. And he was a drummer. And there was only one band in the whole school. And he's like, hey, man, we need a singer. Why don't you come down and just jam out with us? And I was like, okay. And I don't know why he asked me. I don't know if I sang a little bit. I was a music fanatic. I had a crazy, you know, library of music, a lot of vinyl, you know, and I was just like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. And so they had been setting up in this garage of the other guitar player's house. And I just remember my grandfather was in town and I said, Grandpa, I need a microphone. Will you buy me a microphone? And I'll, you know, and he goes, yeah, I'll buy you a microphone. So we went to this place called the Federated Group and bought a microphone. And I didn't know anything about, like, I didn't have a PA or anything. So I went in there and I stuck it in the guitar amp. Right. And so my voice is all distorted. It had distortion on it. And I was like, let's go. And they started jamming some like cover song. I don't know what it was. And I sang. And then for some reason, I was like not interested in other people's music. I just said, let's write a song right now. And they're like, okay. I go, and I just started conducting the rehearsal. I was just like, do you have any guitar riffs? And to the, you know, this one guy, Tim, he was a guitar player. And he goes, yeah. And he ripped out a guitar riff and I listened to it and I got down on the ground and I wrote this song. You know, I just put pen to paper and I wrote out these melodies and words really quick. And, I remember the first song. It was Bandana Rosanna or Rosanna Bandana. It was like it sounded kind of like a Whole Lot of Rosie, right? So and then we just ripped it out, right? And I was just like, that's it. This is my calling. And I didn't have a voice, so I was just screaming. I didn't know what to do, you know. So that's when I got hooked, and I'm like, I just started trying to develop my voice after that, because the writing the words and melodies came easy for me. It was developing my voice, and you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
I just was not classically trained at all. I mean, I tried to go to a vocal coach at that time, and they wanted me to learn like every breath you take, and I wish I would have, but I was like, I didn't want to learn that. I came back and I go, I want to sing like this. And I gave them the Back in Black record, and
Yeah.
they, the female, and she was like, we don't be here. And I go, okay. And that was it. I didn't go back. The Dogs in the Back, this started at 1. So, I had to, so anyways, so there's my wife gonna save the day, That's all right. I mean, I thought it was at 210 and it was like 110, All right. Thank you. So yeah, that's how it all started.
Oh man, that's wicked, that is.
Because I mean, back then there wouldn't have been anybody that fucking teaches you to sing that way. But now there is, you know what I mean? There's vocal coaches that can make you sort of scream doing that so you don't burn out your throat and stuff. But back then, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I didn't have vocal training all the way up till after the first record. And I came back from that first tour and I was just spent, I was losing my voice a lot on that tour. That was before in-ear monitors. So my ears are just getting cooked by drum cymbals, and I just didn't know anything of what I was doing. I had bad technique and everything. And that's when I started really working with coaches. And now I've been really a student of the voice. Like I am on it for years now. And if you listen to the Buckcherry records through the years, I've really grown as far as vocals and with my range and everything. But yeah, I was definitely, when I listened to that first record, I'm like, God, I can just hear, like there's this thing that I know that people like about that first record, that it's kind of reckless but when I hear it, I'm like, I just hear all the bad habits, that I had to break, and that's the bad thing.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I was asking about the vocal mic, because on the new record, dude, your voice is as good as ever been. It's amazing.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I sang all those vocals at like 12, like noon every day. I'd get in there and sing for 2.5 hours, and I just sang every day till it was done.
What's the longest sort of stretch of shows you've done on a tour, like vocally? Like, have we ever broken down?
I mean, we did like 5 in a rows when I was real young.
Yeah.
I just did a 4 in a row this year, so it goes to show you, like, how much I've been working at it. But yeah, now I don't like to do more than 3 in a row. But if it's a situation where it makes sense, I'll do a 4 in a row.
Yeah, yeah. I fucking struggle more than fucking 4. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a lot because you can sing 4 in a row at home when there's nobody in front of you, but like when you put people in front of you, it adds this adrenaline and this thing where you're like, you're pushing a little harder, you're doing things that you don't normally do, and then sometimes you get tired.
I find it really difficult to like take 10% off. I'm a kind of like, fuck, I'm leaving it all on stage, but sometimes that fucks up for the next show. You know what I mean? I've got to kind of learn that, take it back a little.
Yeah, and there's a lot that goes. I don't know what you do vocally, but I can tell you, like, part of my whole thing is I don't drink any carbonated drinks. I only drink lukewarm water. I don't eat after the show, so like I literally almost do like a fast every day, because I'll eat dinner and then I won't sing the show for 2 hours after that. And then I do the show. Then it takes me a couple hours to wind down, and then I go to bed. And so all that time, no food until the morning, because I just noticed that, if I eat too close to bedtime, I get acid reflux. And in the morning, it's just, my voice is like really husky, and it takes me a while for it to thin out. And so I just don't do any of that stuff anymore. When I was young, I could do that all the time, but not now.
Fuck, that's a good tip. I think I'm going to try that.
Yeah,
it's a
try
massive
it.
tip. It's really hard because, like, you know, we got to the stage where we were supporting. So you always, when you're supporting bands, you were able to go out for food afterwards or grab a bite if you're on tour. Before the headline band came on, and then we got to the stage where we were headlining in the UK. And then by the time you finished, you're like, wicked, right, what's open? And the only places that are open are fucking bad places, like, you know, so we were eating bad food, and so we were trying to get in a better routine for that. And I think when we finally get back out now, we're all a little bit more wise to like you said, Josh, to eat at the right times and kind of space it out and do things. Well, it gives you longevity, doesn't it? Like you said, it gives a better performance, longevity.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, first of all, like, eating before you go to bed is a terrible habit to get into, just on a health tip. So aside from being a singer, you know, it's just not good. And yeah, my band does that all the time. They eat late night and then they go to bed, like, you know, an hour later or 2 hours later. And it's like, you know, if you just try it for a month and see how good you feel, you know, because it changes. It's good for your digestive system, your health, everything, you know. I also don't drink any water on stage. Nothing. I drink nothing. Once I warm up, I'm warm. I don't want to put anything on my voice. Like, it's really bad. What singers, a lot of singers, problem they do is they drink like cold beers or cold water on stage. It's like the worst thing you can do. It's the equivalent of like getting your muscles really warm when you're working out and then just like drenching yourself with like some cold ass water all over your body, and then going back to working out, and you'll know that you're super tight. You're not flexible, and it'll almost, you could hurt yourself, you know. And that's the same thing with vocal folds, you know. Once you kind of stretch them out with the vocal scales, you know, I'm good. I'm lubricated. I've already hydrated before that, so I'm ready. And so I'm warm. I don't need to. And I started watching like Bruce Springsteen, and I watched these old clips of like Steve Perry. He was such an amazing vocalist, you know, and his technique was incredible. And I'm watching him. I'm like, that motherfucker does not drink anything. I haven't seen him take a sip of anything. And I used to have this bad habit. I always take a sip in between songs. You know, it was this nervous habit. And when I stopped doing that, my voice didn't. I would always get tight for that first verse chorus of the next song after I drink some water, and I couldn't understand it. And so when I stopped doing that, I was just loose the whole show. It takes a second to get used to, because when you're in front of an audience, you may get like cotton mouth, or you may want to, you kind of want to drink water. But like, if you start training yourself to like wean yourself off of that, you'll see like really good, you'll see a difference for sure, you know.
Fuck, I'm loving this. This is brilliant.
Yeah, man, that's brilliant. And then what do you do? Rehydrate yourself as soon as the show finishes? Just no food?
Show's over. The only thing I do is drink water. I meditate. I meditate for like 25 minutes, and then I'll just chill out and watch, you know, some shows or whatever, and wind down and go to bed.
Yeah, which brings your adrenaline down nicely then, and balance you.
Yes, sir. The meditation, you know, like I started meditating. Me and Stevie did about 4 years ago, and I can't live without it now. And it's a guided meditation. It's 25 minutes, but man, it just totally, it's Zen mode, and you get a lot of oxygen to your body, and it chills you out. You know, it's great for sleeping too.
So is that like an app, or is that like music? What's going on there? What are you meditating to?
Yeah, I study this guy, Joe Dispenza. His name's Dr. Joe Dispenza. You can look him up. He's written a lot of books. And this guy basically healed without getting into the whole thing, he healed his body through meditation. He had a spinal injury from a bicycle accident, right? And he was in traction in the hospital. And the doctors came in and said, hey, we can stick this metal rod up your spine, and you'll have like limited mobility, but you won't be a paraplegic, and you'll be able to walk out of here, but you'll have limited mobility for the rest of your life, because he shattered his spine. And he's like, and at that point he had just started getting into meditation, right? And he had read all these stories about people who have healed their physical body through meditation, through your mind. So he's like, he thought about it for a couple days, and he's in traction, right? He can't move anyways. And he's like, I'm not going to do it. He goes, and the doctor said, if you try to do this, the chances of you walking out of here and your spine not being able to handle the pressure of your body, and you'll be paraplegic. I just want to let you know that is definitely something that can happen if you go that route. And he's like, I'm okay. So he meditated for 3 hours a day, building back his spine piece by piece in his mind, right? Every day, 3 hours a day, building back his spine. And he's in traction, right? 6 months, he walked out of there, and he's been fine. And since then, he dedicates his life to meditation.
Wow.
He practices all over the world. Anyways, he wrote all these books, and one of them is called You Are the Placebo, right? And you got to read this book. He wrote the book, but it's all these other accounts of people that have healed their physical selves with meditation. They have shrunk tumors. They have done all kinds of stuff with their mind. And I'm sure you guys have heard of like the placebo trials. Well, they'll put a group of people in a room, and they'll say they're giving them all the same thing, and they'll give some of them just like a sugar pill that does nothing. But because they think that it's healing them, they're being healed. So it's basically along those lines. But anyways, the answer to your question, if you search him up, Joe Dispenza, he's got an app, and it's like $8, right? But it has 2 meditations on it, and they're guided. So you just put your earbuds in, close your eyes, and it's 25 minutes in the morning and 25 minutes at night. And, it takes you a while to get used to it and to find that sweet spot, to where you can just clear your head and have no thoughts. That's what part of it is. And but if you start practicing it, you'll never go back. Like that's the way it is for me and everybody that I've turned people onto it. But you got to give it some time, just like anything.
Wow.
Fuck, this is a real insight. Josh Todd is like teaching you how to be mentally, physically better human fucking being. Fuck.
Well, I just want to feel good because I don't use drugs or alcohol for 26 years. So like I have to search to feel good, Do
you think that's probably the reason why, you've kind of done that extreme side of it, and now you've found a new way, I guess?
Absolutely. I'm an addict. Like if I don't watch it, I can really easily be a workaholic. I have overdone everything you can do legally: sugar, caffeine, sex. It's like, so, I gotta keep working on my spiritual regimen for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's fucking brilliant.
It is.
Wow.
I'm literally, as soon as we get off tonight, I'm fucking doing that.
Yeah.
I'm getting that book. I'm getting the fucking app.
Yeah. I think once you make it a part of your routine, like that's what I do. And that's what Stevie does. It's like your toolbox that nobody knows. And like, anytime you get like somebody pisses you off, you're going through something, you just go, you know what? I'm checking out. Goodbye. And you turn off, what I do is I just put my phone on vibrate, and then I got to have it going on my phone, and I'm out. That's it. I put my noise canceling, AirPods in, and I'm in the zone, right? He calls it the blackness, right? And so I'll do it. I've done these experiments where I'll be on a plane taxiing out, right? And I start meditating, like when I sit down on the plane and everybody's in my row. And so I know nobody's going to come out, and I start meditating, right? And so by the time we're taking off, I'm in like half my meditation. I'm 15 minutes in, right? And the calmness, I can feel my heartbeat, and it's just normal, right? Whereas when I'm not, I can feel, I'm getting my heartbeats, rising, not because I'm scared, just because I know I'm taking off. I'm going to be going in the air, and I don't know if there's going to be a lot of turbulence or what's going to happen. It's like that uncertainty, just that little, your heart starts beating a little bit more. But like with the meditation, just Zen, nothing, it's so bizarre.
Wow. Dude.
I love that as well, Shane. The blackness. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that term, the blackness.
Yeah, it's all about like becoming nothing.
Yeah.
The first half of the meditation is becoming nothing, right? So like I'm becoming pure energy. I am not Josh Todd. I'm nothing. I'm nobody, right? So you're becoming just pure energy, which is what it's all about, really. And then you just start adding in only the things that you want. It's kind of complicated, but it's not. Once you start finding that sweet spot, it's really, really amazing.
Fuck, man, you seem like you're in a really great place. Do you know what I mean? You got your shit together. You know what works for you. You got a killer record.
I'm only in a great place one day at a time when I use the tools and do things fully for sure. But I'm the best place I'm in a long time for sure.
Sorry, bud, you just broke up then. Could you say that again?
Yeah, I'm human. When I'm utilizing all my tools, I'm in a really great place one day at a time. But I fall off like everybody. I'm human, and I do some things kicking and screaming sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Incredible, bud. Fuck, I could talk you for hours, Josh.
I know, man.
Bro, thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. I mean, it's incredible to be talking with you. But this album, dude, congratulations. The new Buckcherry album, Hellbound, is out
Hellbound.
June 25th. You can pre-order now at uric.com/Buckcherry. Look at those colors. It's fucking epic.
And the vinyl sounds really good. I've heard it. It's really good.
Oh, you can't beat vinyl anyway, can you? It's just sexy, man. Fucking, I went back to vinyl. I kind of converted and went to the digital age, and then the wife bought me a lovely vinyl player, and it's just nice to.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's just nice to get off your ass and turn a record over. And then I tell you what you find yourself doing is the old school you is like picking up the vinyl and sitting there and looking at the back of it, and you're like, oh man, I fucking missed this,
Yeah, reading the lyrics and
yeah, yeah,
that's what I loved about records, reading the lyrics. I'd sit down and read the lyrics from first song to the end, and just take a journey.
Yeah, man. Well, brother, thank you for joining us and on your fucking journey. That was a brilliant chat, bud. Thank you so much. We will hopefully see you at a show soon, brother. Doing what you do best.
Thank you, man. Thanks for all the love, and I hope we see you sooner than later for sure. And you be safe over there.
Definitely, and you as well, man. See you soon.
Take care, man.
Be good.
Thank
see you
you,
guys.
dude. Take care, man. Ta-ra, Josh. Man, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I apologize to anybody watching with all the technical hiccups. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It happens. We did all the checks. A massive thanks to Josh, whether he sees this or not. Sorry for the confusion on the times. That must have been a real bollock. We know what it's like when you've got a family and you're kind of trying to jig everything around. So God bless him for you could see once he explained it, which is fucking brilliant, you could kind of see he's like, look, I wanted to be prepared for this, but I've got the dog, the kids are coming home now. This all this shit.
We got to see Lion, so that was good.
Exactly, brother. Do you know what I mean? So it was a very real interview. A lot of take homes. Some brilliant tips for there. And that's for anybody watching as well or listening in the future. That's really, really cool to know. So should we bring in the boys?
Yeah, let's get the boys in.
Get the boys. They've been watching, I think. There they are. What are you doing, boys?
Yeah, I just got kicked out, man. My internet just went down literally as you were starting to talk about the vocal coaching and stuff.
Dude, I think it's been a night of it.
I've had a guts full of it, man. Literally, it's like it freezes, and then I'd be like, all right, Ethernet's plugged in, but
I think I went to one stage. Did it happen?
Yeah, I was on for that, but yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know what happened. I'd seen a little alert up in my left-hand side, which was like, your internet's completely slow or whatever it said. And I was just thinking, oh, please don't go. And then you all kind of the screen went black and I disappeared. And I was like, did they notice? Oh, man. Yeah, night of it. Do you enjoy it all, boys?
Yeah, what I've seen of him, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm a massive fan anyway. But yeah, it was good. It was good from what I've seen anyway.
It's mad because he's like, the journey he's been on, what he's done, what he's achieved, the longevity in his career, and the persona of him, innit? You know what I mean? He was fucking Mr. Rock and Roll, wasn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, man. Oh,
but to see him sitting back there with his little puppy lion and fucking talking about breathing and fucking meditating, and he just seems in a really good place, which is great, Nick, because our industry, you can fucking take that wrong turn and that's fucking it. You ain't coming back. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah. So it's really great to see him in a really healthy and positive.
He looks good too. He looks fit.
Yeah, he does. Really fit.
Man. Yeah.
Class.
Yeah, some great vocal tips as well, but that's how he does it. Might not work for you, might not work for the next guy, but there's some great exercises he does. And the water thing, I mean, that's a new one. I haven't heard that, like, do you know what I mean? But I was kind of thinking MMA fighters and stuff do that, don't they? They almost like minimum water, basically, don't they? And they don't kind of have it up until the fight, but I know that's to do with the weigh-in and stuff.
Weigh-ins,
yeah, but then they sip it then, don't they? Like boxers as well, like they don't actually they don't drink
they can't
it.
gulp it. Give yourself a stitch if you gulp it.
Yeah,
sip it, wet them out, wet the palate, and a lot of the time they spit a lot of it out.
But same with footy as well, that isn't it, Shane? Where footballers don't really, I knew I was going to bait myself, and they don't really swallow. They it just kind of swirls around the mouth and they spit, don't they?
Yeah. Apparently so, yeah.
Long pause. Tumbleweed
myself, but
yeah, I went there. Did you see the news earlier, boys? We've told the world the source is now available for anybody who's having trouble on the site earlier. We've solved the problem. There it is. Dave's got it, boy. The chili sauce is there. Sorry, go on, press it. There we go. I love it.
Was that an epileptic fit then?
Yeah, the chili sauce is there. Oh, look at that, Dave. Oh, look at that. Let's get your bottles out, boys. Get your bottles out.
Bloody beautiful. I just had half a bottle now.
What do you have it on, Dave?
I just had some ready salted crisps, and I was just dipping it in there.
Aye.
Oh,
nice some nachos.
Well, I tell you what, that's different. I didn't think about the nacho thing, right?
Yeah, it's nice, man. Really
that.
Although I am just dip crisps or breadsticks in here or something like that. I mean, I've had a lot of it, so I was like sweating before I came on. You could probably still forehead's a bit clammy, like.
Oh, and Walter got my sauce. Amazing, Anne. Yeah, but it is something that we all like as well, which is, like I said, it's really fucking cool.
It is really nice.
That you can make something with someone in, like I said, coming out this climate as well. Not bad, boys. Beer, sauce. We got it going on.
Yes.
Got it going on.
We're on the sauce.
So yeah, that's available now on our website. What did you say earlier, Shane? If you order something else?
Yeah, if you order the sauce and then order another item, you will get the sauce. P&P will be void. You don't have to pay P&P on the sauce. I think it's probably £3.10 to send that out to you. But if you buy with another item, we'll send that to you free of charge.
Oh, fucking bargain.
There is a bargain. And we were also saying the top of the show as well, boys, the great news that we came on to with the Planet Rocks, which is fantastic to be nominated for Best British Band, Best British Album, and Best British Single.
Yes.
Oh, hi. Yeah,
exciting.
That was very humbling to see that.
Yeah, it was, bro. Because obviously we haven't seen each other for a couple of days, like, because we only just got home, really. But it's fab, wasn't it? Getting away together, then coming home to that good news.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was just nice to get away with you boys again, and do what we do. It was a good laugh, man. I don't think I've laughed that much since the Point of No Return tour, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or Germany. I laughed a bit in
Germany.
Germany, man. But no, it was good, man. It was good.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new material, boys? Don't say too much, but what's your vibes on the new material?
Good. Good bit of variation in there, I think.
Yeah.
Nice bit of variation. There's something new.
I had a quick listen to some mixes earlier. just the raw mixes that we done, and oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, there's some good bits in there, man.
yeah.
Very nice.
Can't wait to
Very
get
nice,
in,
very nice.
get more into it now. You know.
I want to hear them now. You send them over to me on MP3. I'm having withdrawals, like. Bloody hell.
Oh yeah, I was like, I need them. Send me them.
I think I was having my tea yesterday, like air drumming, trying to explain.
But that's exactly the same when I was doing with Sam. Like this one song, right?
Yeah,
I
there's
was
one
not
song,
saying-
and then we do
He's
this. And this other song, then we do this, and then there's another song. Shane does this, and I think my missus was like, "I hope he don't do that," as I'm like,
Something like that. It's not
I
far off.
hope he don't do that.
Yes, Sandy, how did the session go? It was very good. Sneaky hints, not really, not at the moment, but yeah, some great demos. There's going to be more added to those demos because we are going to put another album out together soon.
Yes.
Right.
Excited now, isn't it?
Oh,
Excited.
I can't wait. I fucking wait.
It is once the songs start coming together, don't it? You start feeling positive rather than a bit like overwhelmed, like, oh, fuck, I'm going to write a load of songs. And then when you hear them coming out, then you're like, oh, yes, it's going to be good.
Yeah, man.
It was just how successful the trip was. I felt, and it was just, this is just working, you know. It's flowing so well. I thought, it can only get better.
Yeah, we were talking about that on a meeting earlier. We were just saying, like, it was just great. It was a great mix of, being back together, which is really important. The contact, the why we do what we do. It was just like the right balance of everything, really, of laughter, of work. And it was nice, like whether it be Shane suggested or someone else kind of leads it, of the shenanigans in the background, for example. It was kind of nice to go there, you know what I mean? So it's not all like, we need to be doing this, or it was nice. Like it was nice to kind of
relax, bro, in a good way.
Man. We were very fortunate where we were. It was beautiful. It was very scenic. It was very clean. It was well run. All COVID safe. I got to put that out there as well. It's not like we got together in a fun house for a few days and cracked the cans open. It was all COVID safe for anybody worrying. And it was just, I don't know, it was just very just needed.
Yeah.
And it was great to get the band back together. Proper.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
not celebrities playing it on a screen, like.
But it was, I mean, crazy weather though, wasn't it? With like 4 seasons in a day. It was like snowing, it was boiling, it was raining, it was cold.
We didn't talk about that, did we? Yeah, it was that one day where we were sitting there. Were we having breakfast? It was breakfast, right? It just started belting down with snow.
Like proper snow as well, wasn't it?
Fucking full snow, Lapland snow, like. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking snow, like, Elsa snow, as in let it fucking snow, like. Oh no, it's let it go, innit? Never mind. And then hailstones, lightning. No, we didn't have that, did we? Did we have that?
Probably.
That was just the Reaper, was it?
Something like Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, great times, boys. Absolutely loved it, and can't wait to get together again this week when we hit rehearsals and keep the momentum going, keep the train going, innit?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Good fun, boys.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's have some birthday shout outs. We're going to start with Ellie Cheeseman. Hey, Shane, could you give a big happy birthday shout out to Dagmar Allen? She and her daughter, Katrina, are huge fans and have met you boys lots of times. Dagmar is the most selfless person I know and always thinks of others. She does. She celebrated her big 40th yesterday and thinks she did it discreetly. No. Happy birthday to the wonderful Dagmar. Happy birthday, Dagmar.
Happy birthday.
Hope you had a lovely day, lovely. Jenny Noir was also her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Jenny.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
Lots of birthdays yesterday. Darren Roberts. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Darren.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hannah Jones, it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Hannah.
Happy birthday.
Anna Jones, it was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Anna.
Happy birthday.
Sam Bolasan from Haxon, it was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Harriet Breeze, it's her birthday on Monday. She'll be 21 again. Happy birthday, Harriet. Love from Rob and us Crows. Happy birthday, Harriet.
Happy birthday.
The incredible Dale Tonks of Wolf Jaw. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
Fucking hell, Roddy. Jade Smith, could you please wish my other half, Colin, a happy birthday, please? It's his birthday today. He is now a converted crow. He's my star and I love him to bits. Been together nearly a year. Looking forward to him hearing and seeing you boys live soon. Thank you, Jane. Happy birthday, Colin.
Happy birthday. Colin.
Emma Ashcroft. Please can you do a birthday shout out for me today for my two daughters, Ellie and Neve, who have their birthdays either side of the weekend. Ellie turns 5 on Friday. She is so familiar with CrowCast, she will ask me, Ma'am, is it Crow Day today? Every day is Crow Day, but absolutely. Ellie loves to sing the Crow intro and is always excited to see what's inside the mystery box. I love her. That's brilliant. Neve turns 15 on Monday and rolls her eyes at me every time a crow delivery lands on the doorstep. Neve was diagnosed with a brain tumor at just 3 years old. She's endured a lot throughout her life with treatment, but she has turned out to be the most beautiful, fiercely brave, determined, inspiring person I'm proud to call my daughter. Thanks, Neve, for putting up with me listening to the Crows every day. Can't wait to celebrate with you and Ellie at the weekend. Absolutely brilliant. Happy birthday, Ellie. Happy birthday, Neve.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And what we got here? Lots of requests for this one. A massive shout out to the beautiful and handsome bride and groom, Ali and John, who got married last Friday. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Hill.
Congratulations.
You did it.
Club.
Well done, the clubs.
And your brother James got in touch, John, to say the following. John and Alison, I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person last Friday, but you know I was there in spirit. See you both in 2 weeks when I get back from the North Sea. All my love, James.
Oh, beautiful.
Brilliant. That's all the shout outs.
Fabulous.
Yeah, man.
What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. What's the next line? What's the next line? What's the next line?
So, as some of you may be aware of, it is Mental Awareness Week this week. So the prize for What's the Next Line is as follows.
Hang on. Sorry.
There it is. Check these out. These are rock and roll coloring books. So we're going to give one of these away for What's the Next Line. It's been scientifically proven that coloring helps focus and helps with mental health issues and stuff. I can vouch for that, man. Coloring and doing like jigsaw puzzles and stuff. That really helps sort of, I don't know, just settle everything for me. I don't know about you boys. Who ever done it?
It's like a form of meditation, isn't it?
Fucking hell, one at a time, boys. What was that? You all said something at the same time. No one's got to say that.
We'll end up, Dave.
I said it's like a form of meditation in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, Dave.
Yeah.
I tried to do a jigsaw puzzle once. Nah, didn't happen. But colouring, yeah.
Yeah.
Colouring.
You know I like a bit of colouring, boys.
Oh, we know what.
Yeah.
So this week's prize is going to be a Judas Priest colouring book.
Nice.
Thank you to Rock and Roll Colouring for sending us them.
You only need one colour for that book. Black. Black leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the lyric is as follows. You insult me again. You insult me again. What's the next line? Go.
The best music all day long. Crow Radio. Available now via Those Damn Crows Spotify page. Don't forget to click the green heart.
Here we are. So Crow Radio. This week it is in tribute to all the bands that have been nominated for the Planet Rock Rocks Awards 2021. So every single band or artist on this playlist is a nominee. Okay. So first of all, Sick of Me by us.
Ooh, it's a banger.
In It Together, Massive Wagons, Limbo Man, The Dust Coder, Flowers on a Grave, Bush,
Yes.
DNA, which I listened to the other day. Flowers on a Grave is a great tune. DNA, Mason Hill, Throw My Bones, Deep Purple, Ordinary Man featuring Elton John, Ozzy Osbourne, and Elton John. Last One Out, Turn Off the Lights by Thunder, Speed King Saxon, Taking My Chances by Smith and Coates,n Adrian Smith and Richie Coates,n, Fearless, which is live at the Roundhouse by Pink Floyd's Nick Mason, When Life Was Hard and Fast, Ricky Warwick, Holy Ground by the Dead Daisies, HWI 666, Corey Taylor, Letter to You, Bruce Springsteen, Shame, Shame, Foo Fighters, All Night by the Brothers Osborne, Distance, Mammoth, WVH, Shot in the Dark, AC/DC, Our Love Will Change the World, Alice Cooper, Death by Rock and Roll, The Pretty Reckless, The Purge, Within Temptation, Watch Over You by Alter Bridge, that's the solo acoustic live version, and Stumbling In, Susie Quattro. Hell of a playlist, that.
Yeah, you just mentioned one there, which is probably a good time to say it, because there's a few people in the fan page been asking what has happened to the cover version of Watch Over You by Alter Bridge. I do believe there was some American licensing issues. Is that correct, Shane?
Apparently, yeah, there's international licensing issues.
Oh, there we are.
So it has to be taken down, which is not nice, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we apologize to anybody who's disappointed. We're working out whatever in the background. We got a fantastic team behind us. We're on it. And that is all we can really say on the subject is there's licensing issues. It is being sorted, and that's about it. I don't know if there's anything else we can add.
We certainly can't.
No, we certainly can't. But anyway, what a fantastic playlist. And yet again, a massive thanks to the guys at Planet Rocks for nominating us yet again for Best British Band, Best British Album, Best British Single, which, like I said, you can go over and vote for us. Vote now at planetrock.co.uk/Planet Rock / competitions. We're on about competitions, but what about some fitness? It's that time for me to stagger across Annie's update. So the magnificent Annie Joyce has sent me another update of what you guys have been up to in the Crow Fitness group, which you can join on Facebook. Anybody can join and take part, whether you're cycling. I think you can even do the online classes. Is that right, Dave?
Yeah, I've done one of them, remember? At the top of the stairs.
And you can join it. You can link it up with Strava. You can join the club and kind of give everybody a high five when they're doing well, or even if you're going for a small walk. But the Crow Fitness gang have been doing a world tour for us. So anybody watching tonight who is wondering what this segment's all about, everybody's been doing a world tour because we haven't been on the road. So this week, Annie has sent, it's that fucking segment again, with our weekly mileage of 1,500. You bastards. With that weekly mileage of 1,514.9 miles. We started just into Arizona from New Mexico and a quick stop through Phoenix, and we hit LA, baby. Time for one of the many whiskeys at the Thirsty Crow Bar. on Sunset Boulevard.
Nice.
Ooh. I
Is
didn't know
it?
there was a crowbar on Sunset Boulevard. That's fucked our chances of a chain.
Ah.
The
I might have
cruise
been there,
there.
maybe.
Then up to West Coast via San Francisco and Sacramento to our final destination of the week, Portland, Oregon, home of Dan Reed Network. Fame, don't you know? She's put question mark. I don't know. I don't quite get that. I'm not sure. Of Dan Reed Network fame, don't you know? Maybe an in-joke, I don't know. Our total mileage is now 18,570.3, which is about 3/4 of the way around the world.
Wow.
Wow. If you remember back when we started, all the boys had a guess at when we would finish. And unfortunately, Shane, you have now dropped off the list. You guessed 4th of May, Shane.
Aye. Whoa.
Aye. So you're out.
What did I guess then?
Oh, sorry. I thought that was when we were going away.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, like that.
Right.
Yeah. Didn't you think that's when we hit Oregon? Was around
Yeah.
about the 4th of May.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Along with a couple more of the Crow Fitness family, they're out too, unfortunately. It looks like we will have to cut half the competition by next week. Oh, wow. So a lot of people could be going next week, with many guessing this week sometime. Next week, we will find ourselves in a little grunge pilgrimage to Seattle. Yay!
Yeah, boy.
Yet again, massive thank you, Annie, and I apologize yet again for probably staggering across your segment. But fantastic work with the guys over at the Crow Fitness page. Like I said, guys, if you're feeling a bit down, you're kind of going around the house, you're feeling a little bit, I don't know, like, oh, I just feel frustrated today. Just go out, have a nice walk, find somewhere nice to go. Maybe find a buddy now, especially with some of the rules lifting. Maybe go down to the coast for a drive. That's the whole point. There are people out there. They will listen to your troubles, no matter how you think they're silly, etc. And Crow Fitness is a fantastic page for that. I've seen so many people change their direction, and they're really putting in some miles on bikes and running and walking, and it's fab to see. I know you've been a big advocate of it, Dave.
Oh yeah, just get out there, doesn't matter where it is, just get outside, have a little wander. Whatever you do.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Do we have a winner?
Yes, we do. So the line was, you insult me again. It's too quick, man. Shut your load again. You insult me again. And the line is, I'm going to put you away. And Shelley Scarrett, you have won, lovely. You've won the Judas Priest rock and roll coloring book.
Well done, Shelley. Well done, Shelley.
Great work. Great work.
Before we move on to the next segment, a little bit off track. Is it probably a good time to mention about some of our buddies who've got a new release, Shane?
Yes, absolutely. Some of you may remember we had Ruth Jones on. Well, Ruth's brother, Mark, we've known for many years. We go way back with Mark. Great guitarist, great musician. Him and the late, great Phil Jones, Charted Hurricane, they were called. I've got a new album, Touch the Rocks. That's available now. There he is, look. Charted Hurricane. Brilliant.
There's the man.
Absolutely brilliant. Great songs, great musicianship. And if you want to go and check that out and go and get it, you can right now.
It is available. Facebook. Go on the Facebook, and it's also up on eBay as well at the moment. You can get it on eBay. Anybody who was a fan of Sex, which I think when we mentioned about Phil Jones, Shane, there was a lot of people messaged us afterwards saying about like how they followed Phil for years throughout his career. It's fantastic to hear something with his voice on it again, So
absolutely.
I think they worked hard to bring light some of the old tracks, didn't they?
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, it did bring a little tear to the eye, But go get it, everyone. Go get it. 2
Love
points.
it. Go get it. Go get it.
Come on in.
Full screen, please, Chief. So, a can of diet soda will always float, whereas a full-fat soda will not.
What?
What a lovely little song. Ah, that was lovely.
That's the music I got playing in my head 24/7.
I was just thinking how your segments have like literally leveled up. They have leveled up. Like Jesus Christ, I'm loving the work. I'm loving the videos. Fucking hell, like
My advice though, if you're a gangster and you want to fill someone's shoes, use Coca-Cola and not Diet Coke. If you chuck them into a lake, right? Because the Diet Coke won't work.
Or bricks, they're either one.
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye. If you're a certain friend of ours who likes throwing bags in reverse,
Yeah, yeah.
make sure there's no fat coke in them.
13 times.
It is mad though, isn't it? Like, yeah, like say aspartame or aspartame is like way sweeter. Can't be good for you, can it? If it's sweeter than sugar, can it?
No, I mean, Christ, years ago I used to drink a lot of coke, like, you know. I tend to drink water now or squash if I need a little bit of, you know, little bit of flavor.
Yeah.
But mostly,
I'll occasionally have like a diet Coke, but God, once every couple of weeks maybe.
yeah. But I love the video to accompany that. That was
It's good, isn't it?
yeah, that was absolutely awesome. Your segments are, like I said, they're completely leveling up. That's
It's not
that's
right, though, is it?
amazing.
It's not
It's
right.
not.
We do a really shit one, like. Really shit one.
I got loads of shit ones if you want to hear them, but
You know, for the comedy, you know. I miss them days, Dave. I miss them days.
that's the thing. I was having this discussion with Ryan, our manager, earlier. I was like, well, it's all backed up with evidence now. I mean, no one can say nothing, can they?
Yeah, that's why I just brought that comment. I like how you're backing your bollocks up.
They need backing up.
Back the bollocks.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant. Good work, Hours. That proper cheered me up. That's brilliant. That is like, I love it. I love it.
You're welcome.
Chief.
Never mind. So yeah, at this point, it's just great to say to everybody, if you're wanting up to date news, everything that's going on with the Crows, like we said earlier, we've got our chili is now available, so you can go on to www.thosedamncrows.com. All the links are up. You can get to the merch store. This is available now. It's absolutely stunning. I'm not just saying that. It is something that we're very proud of. And if you buy something on the store, you get free shipping, which is fantastic. The CrowCast podcast is a little bit late this week for anybody who's looking for the audible version, but I will put up the Anchor Lane Empire and Trucker Diablo episode during the week. And of course, we've got the Josh Todd one, which I'm sure will be fun editing with the glitches tonight. It's a shame, isn't it? Because, you know, like I said, if this gets back to Josh, you know, you can't help it when things like that happen. And like I said, the missed time as well. But such a great interview, man. Absolutely great interview.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Lovely dude. And I'm going to take a few tips out of him.
Yeah.
A lot of good advice there.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who's been there and done it as well, I know.
Yeah,
done everything, yeah.
I agree. Let's go over to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, one-liner, shiner.
Here we go. This actually ain't a one-liner. This is a fucking paragraph.
Well, that's the one line over there.
Yeah, here we go. Right. You're allowed to make decisions that feel right to you, even when they don't make sense to anyone else. That's my paragraph for the week.
I agree.
Absolutely
Paragraph of the
fantastic.
week. Hasn't got a ring to it. The same ring, is it?
Absolutely
Paragraph.
fantastic. But you've got to do what's right for you. End of. Absolutely.
End of. Yes.
End of. Well, that's it. That's another week of CrowCast. Thank you so much, Crow family, for joining us as always. Thank you for being here for us, supporting us. For anyone who's watched tonight and thinks they may be struggling or hiding how they're feeling mentally right now, you may think there's no one there to talk to, or you don't want to burden anybody with how you're feeling right now. Well, our incredible Crow fan page and our Crow Fitness members, the Crow family in general, are not just your gig pals. They're an opportunity to talk to and to be a part of something bigger. All of us Crows have been blown away with the strength, compassion, and community within our fan base, and we love you for it. Until next week, Crow family, stay safe and look after each other. See you next week.
I'm not giving up. I'm not